Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and of course, welcome back to the Tactical J Crew. So today, as you can see by the thumbnail, we have a special guest. Now you might be thinking, Jay, it's a 19X. Well, it's not just a 19X, all right? This right here is what I would call a Gucci Glock, and it's pretty special, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and open it up here. And this is a Agency Arms 19X. Now, first thing I noticed about this gun, the stippling is off the charts. But before we continue any further, as always, make sure you are free and clear. And just look at that. I mean, the stippling's amazing. The Cerakote's nice. The attention to detail is immaculate. You even have the stippling here on the bottom of the mag well. So, the texture is definitely rough. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have sweaty hands, you are not gonna have a problem holding on to this thing because it's already peeled some skin off of my hand. But Agency, y'all did y'all's thing with this one, man. So, not only do you have the stippling, the Cerakote, right? You kind of have your wedge here for your thumb. So as you're holding on to it, your thumb can rest right there. So as you push out, nice firm grip. My thumb doesn't slip. You even have the stippling on the bottom of the trigger guard. And I think they actually shaved up some material here. So that way when you're gripping it, you get a nice high purchase on it right there. Now it does come with, of course, 2 of the extended mags. That one's stippled as well. And then you do have your standard flush mag right here. So what do you get with an Agency Arms Glock 19X? I mean, it's just your 19X that's tricked out, right? So you do have your suppressor height sights. You have the Agency Arms barrel. Agency Arms backplate. And also the internals. So off the bat, you already have an upgraded guide rod. And I mean, it's sweet. Agency Arms trigger. Now I will notice about this trigger, you don't really have a wall, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is, as soon as you start pulling, that's your wall. You have no slack, you have really no take up. And then you have a slow, nice, crisp pull. That's it right there. That's all the slack you have. As soon as you touch that safety, that's all the slack. And that's your pull. Reset. Right there. One more time. There. Now, I will notice about this one compared to like your stock Glock trigger, it doesn't have the slack of a stock Glock trigger, but it's heavy like a regular Glock trigger. So like compared to my 45. So this one does not have a stock Glock trigger. This one has a upgraded trigger in it. But the thing I really love about this one is you have Not really a wall either, not much travel, but you can anticipate the pull. And when it does pull, it's nice and crisp. There's your reset, pull. With the agency arms trigger, you kind of have, I don't know how to describe it, but again, no slack, no travel, but a much heavier trigger pull. Now, the one I have on the 45, I believe, is a 3-pound, 3.5-pound trigger pull. I mean, yeah, I'd probably say that's about a 3-pound trigger pull. Agency, it's hard to tell, but I mean, it feels heavy like a stock Glock trigger. If you have a stock Glock trigger, you know what I'm talking about. You do have the titanium bolts up top because agency uses what's called an AOS plate system. And what that pretty much means is that the plates they make, when you attach the plate to the top of the rail, you have your locking screw that holds that plate down. And then, for instance, a Trijicon RMR, that plate system also allows you to punch out the rear sights here and put those rear sights on the new plate system for your optics. That way you don't lose your co-witnessing. So that's pretty much what you get with agency arms. You have their logo on the top of the slide, front and rear serrations, a little bit of slide work here. You also have a card by Agency Arms that, yes, I've already opened because I did not want to wait. And in this card here, you have your certificate. So this one is number 14218. Issued on the 15th of May, 2025. Just thought that's pretty neat. They also give you a agency sticker. Spend a lot of money, I want my sticker, okay? So thank you for the sticker. Now, of course, everything else that comes in the box is standard that you get with the regular 19X. But I mean, this is probably the most amount of money no, I'm lying. The most amount of money I spent on a handgun. Definitely what I would call a Gucci Glock. Now, if you have the means to do so, it's definitely nice. Otherwise, you can just pick up a regular Glock 19X, a Glock 45, and do your own customizations to it yourself, right? This one, I have a Surefire X300 Turbo on it, upgraded trigger, and tungsten guide rod, which probably still only cost me about 1/3 of what this did. Now, if you have the means to do so, and you want to, knock yourself out, right? It's cool, fully custom by agency. To me, this is just one of those collector pieces, kind of like how I feel about my Honey Badger. I've always wanted one. I have one. I think of it like my Mona Lisa, right? That's how I'm kind of going to feel with this one as well. Plus, they're both FDE a little bit. Probably going to take both of those to the range and try them out. Now, while shooting this, did I notice any major differences between this performance and a stock Glock besides the trigger? Not really. Shooting pretty much still kind of had the same amount of recoil. You're not really going to see a big dip in performance, I guess I could say. Now, granted, on here, I do have the light that kind of helps with the weight. But I mean, you're not really, it's not like you're shooting this with a Radian Ramjet afterburner or anything like that. So performance, still kind of like a stock Glock, but again, to me, it's just Agency Arms full build. That's the reason I got it, right? Now, I don't think that you can. So what I wanted to look for was the ones that had the slide windows, the window cuts on them already. I did call agency and see if I could resend it back out to them so that way they can do that. They said no because they've already shaved down the material on here, so it wouldn't be possible. But I'm still happy with it. Glad I purchased it. I am not joking when I say that this stippling is rough, right? So, I mean, just holding it here, I've already pulled some more skin, but I mean, it's nice. If you have sweaty hands, it's not going anywhere, right? Front serrations, easy to rack it. Same thing with the rear, and it just feels good. Under stippling on the trigger guard, so that way when I get my full purchase and punch out, my thumb sits perfectly right here. I am a lefty. Yes, I know I'm weird. So if you right-handed shooters, same thing. You punch out, your thumb rests perfectly right there. So that is the review of my 19X by Agency Arms. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and I will feel free to answer them. Also, let me know what other guns y'all wanted to see on the channel. I'm going to try and get into this YouTube thing more. So I did go ahead and pick up this DJI mic audio. Let me know how it sounds, just trying it out. But we're definitely going to take this to the range probably in the next couple of days, shoot it, have my girl shoot it as well, see what she thinks, and we'll go and give y'all a video on this here soon. Other than that, appreciate y'all for tuning into the channel, and take care, stay safe, make sure anytime you carry, get the proper training and acknowledgement. You gotta make it back home to your family. Peace.